Well, that was underwhelming. We'll get into it right after this. Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 10, entitled Paid in Full. This is the season finale. This is the climax. This is the end-all, be-all. How did it fare compared to other season finales? It was mid. I don't know what I expected. I gave my predictions on what I thought was going to happen. None of that happened. No. None of that happened. Kanan didn't. Well, one thing did happen. Detective Howard wound up surviving because Kanan didn't finish the job because I guess he got distracted by crackhead Al. I don't know if that's his name, but he looked like a crackhead. Well, he is a crackhead. It looked like his name could be Al, so I'm gonna call him Crackhead Al. And he wins and he falls. They do see Unique's jacket. They make sure they walk past the bodega. So this is all a frame job for Unique, but Kanan didn't finish and complete the mission. Detective Howard is still alive. So if he's going to tell her that, we don't know. They left us on our seat with that. I don't think he is, but we'll see what happens. Since the shooting, the whole night is just one big. It's just the episode takes place in one night. So Kanan is waiting for Scrappy. Scrappy is looking crazy now. He got one eye. He got the scars. He looked crazy. He looked straight crazy, his character now. He really looked like he done been through some shit, and he has been. But Kanan's panicking, obviously, because you know what happened. They hear nothing but sirens, because everybody, obviously, when an officer gets shot, it's gonna be fucking crazy out. So the police are like going everywhere, blocking everything off. They just trying to figure out what the hell they got to do. They trying to execute the plan that Rock had for them, which is getting. I believe Kanan was supposed to go see his grandma's or something. He's supposed to get picked up by Marvin, but I think Marvin has something else to do. So they're going to meet Marvin to get some clothes and some bread, and then Marvin has to go and execute another plan. It's funny when he pulled up, he was like, man, where you going? He's like, well, I got a job that requires 2 eyes. He's like, man, fuck you, Marvin. Yo, Marvin a clown for that. Marvin a clown for that, man. He was like, man, I got a job that requires 2 eyes. Hilarious. I like it. All right, so I don't know why that tickled me. Marvin is actually going to put the jacket. He took the jacket from Kanan. He's actually going to put it in Unique's apartment. And I love the fact that they got like thug ass niggas doing like fucking covert op missions and shit. He dressed up like a gas guy, and he's like, yo, it's a gas leak on the 12th floor. I heard it was. And he manipulates the door guy to letting him up. He breaks into, and this nigga's a master picklock now. This nigga Marvin never ceases to amaze me. This dude is like a jack of all trades. This man he know how to do construction, home remodeling. He kill people, sell drugs. This nigga's a master of disguise, and this nigga know how to pick locks. This nigga is a triple threat. This nigga know how to do everything. So he goes into Unique's apartment. He plants the jacket, and he actually hangs it up. And listen, I thought he was just gonna take Unique out right then and there. When he came into his house, I thought they was just gonna like just get it over with. But that didn't happen. I guess they got bigger plans for Unique. But as he's leaving, Unique's coming up the stairs, and he hightails the hell out of there. They like missed each other by inches or seconds. Unique finds out that he actually, I'm skipping a part, but Unique finds out, and I did a video on this, but because they released a clip, he finds out that he's being framed for the killing of Howard. And he gives this whole tirade like, man, all I'm doing is trying to help police because police is bad for my business. So he's like, man, this is some bullshit. But then he realized Rock or something Rock said to him. She was like, yo, you're not going to see it coming. And sure enough, she didn't see it coming. And that's why I said Rock is playing chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? Unique is just like shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Rock is trying to be a little more strategic. The thing that hinders Rock is, though, she puts too much responsibility on people who can't really execute. For like Kanan should never been given that task. But I think she knew Lulu or Marvin would have said hell no. But Kanan's so gung-ho, that's his mom. He'd do anything for her. She kind of manipulating him. And, dude, that's evil on her part. Like, how you got your son to not only kill a cop, but to try to kill his dad? He was trying to come between me and my family. So it's going to come out eventually that the Howard is Kanan's dad. And it's going to look crazy. Kanan's scrambling, trying to find somewhere to go. Him and Scrappy are like stuck in fucking in Queens. They pull over in the parking lot. Scrappy calls somebody. I believe that was Marvin or Rock. Yada yada yada. Rock comes and picks him up. Or they meet at Lulu's house, because they're like, yo, ain't no cop gonna think to come here. But fucking Kanan dumbasses leave the clothes and the fucking money inside the truck. Scrappy's like, yo, I gotta clean this joint. Rock's like, yo, hold on 5 minutes. He's like, yo, it's hot out here. I gotta get this joint scrubbed and clean. You don't understand. And she like, all right, I got you. Be safe. And I'm like, man, look at Scrap being loyal, man. The man got his eye gouged out and still loyal to the soil, man. I fucks with him. And before they leave off, Kanan and Scrap kind of give each other their respect, you know. Kanan was like, yo, man, I had you pegged wrong, man. You a real nigga, man. For real, man. And Scrap was like, yo, I don't care who your mom is, man. You a soldier for real on your own. I was like, yeah, okay. They got that mutual respect. So it's gonna be something that goes on with them between like later on. You know, Scrap might wind up working for Kanan or something. But Rock, she goes to Lulu's house. Lulu's in the hospital. Like, yo, what the fuck is going on? He see all the cop sirens. His dim-witted girlfriend goes to see him with Famous. And Famous, he overhears that it's Detective Howard that got shot. He's like, that's that cop that's always messing with us. He goes up to the room. He tells Lulu. And Lulu like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta be Rock. Rock going crazy. I'm thinking in my head like, man. I probably would have got out of there too, because if they put two and two together, or if they happen to find out, they coming right to his room, beat the shit out of him till he give up to where his sister is. So she fucking, he gets up on out of there. He was supposed to be in there like 5 more days. He get up on out of there early. The homegirl trying to tell him like, listen, you shouldn't do this. Like you gotta, you can't even breathe or talk. He like, man, take me to Baisley. So he goes to Baisley. Him and Rock get into this crazy exchange where he's like, listen, I'm done with this shit. Like, man, I'm getting my house shot up. I'm getting fucking, my house is burnt up. Smoke inhalation. You killing cops. He like, man, I'm done with this shit. And I thought Rock was going to be like, man, I understand. She said, oh, hell no. She said, you in this shit for life. As long as I'm in it, you in it. Marvin, Kanan, everybody in it. I'm like, oh, man, she on some old power type. She on a power trip for real. Like, she on some controlling shit. And, that was crazy, man, to see. Rock, this is the first time seeing Rock, like, really nervous, though. She was, like, nervous, like, because this was a big deal. Like, the police was busting heads. They was going at anybody, man. Fucking crackhead, like, man, can't remember, man. He thought he was in Central Park, they said. So they did a sweep of the whole Baisley apartments. Starting from the bottom floor, and I believe they were on the 6th and 7th. They were on the 7th floor, but they had a stash spot to go down to the 6th floor. So they in the apartment in the 6th floor. Everybody just sitting there with their hands up. They look, they don't see nothing. They send a page. They start lowering the money through the stove, which connects to the laundry chute, and fucking stashing all work there. Because he like, yo, they up on their way. And he come in, she act like she cooking something in the oven. And I'm like, they had to not smell nothing, because I'm pretty sure the oven don't work. Or maybe it did work, but it was cut off. I can't see how it worked. She got her old granny thing on, and they wind up not even searching the apartment. They just wind up like, all right, whatever. And they bounce. So I'm like, yo, she got away good. So now she looking for Marvin. Marvin's not answering. Marvin went and handled that business, and he's trying to get the fuck up on out of there, and he gets caught at a police trap, and they run his name, and he tries to back up on out of there. They won't. He get blocked in, and they try to run his name, and they say that he had a felony warrant. He's like, oh, that's bullshit. And I thought, and listen, my prediction was Marvin was going to get killed. I thought this was about to be it. I thought he was going to try to make a move or try to shoot some cops or something. But Marvin played the smart. He was like, man, let me get. And luckily, he ain't had no pistol on him. I thought he had a pistol on him, but he didn't. And he wound up getting arrested, man. And Rock is like, man, this nigga could fuck up a free lunch. She said that shit. Lulu is done, man. Lulu just like, yo, this bitch is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So he wind up going back to the car. Old girl wind up telling him, like, yo, I told you was better than this. You don't need this, blah, blah, yada, yada. He like, yo, just shut up. That was the same thing I was thinking, like, yo, just shut the fuck up. Kenan's hiding out at the store. Rock told her told the store owner lady to let Kanan and them hide out. Jukebox winds up going to see him. Before that, the cops pull up on Jukebox because Howard's ambitious partner gets wind of him getting shot. So she tries to figure out. She takes it upon herself to take somebody else to kind of bust some heads, try to figure out what's going on. They run up on Jukebox. They open her bag. They say she got clothes, guy's clothes, and I think some bread in there, and fucking So she must have called Jukebox, told her to grab that from Scrappy, or just gave her something to give. And Jukebox just out here. Jukebox just out here like, man, I'm out here. And fucking she's like, yo, why did you tell me that? So that it just goes along with the theme, like they're trying to frame Unique. She like, yo, why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me that? And she's like, man, that's just what I heard. She winds up letting her go. She meets Kanan at the store. He got the hammer. He about to knock somebody out. Comes to find out it's Jukebox. And, they have a heart-to-heart, man. And I love this between them. But it's also bittersweet because it's how they turned out in the end. He winds up killing her in the end, as we all know. And but it's like she got his back through and through. And even in the newer ones, she had his back. Like the older ones. Like, this is a newer one, but you get what I'm saying. When they got older, she still had his back. And he betrayed her, man. And she actually becomes a cop. That's the crazy thing about it. So, yeah, but they have a nice heart-to-heart, man. She like, yo, and she keeps it real with him, like, nigga, you ain't tough, you ain't macho, you scared, man. But that's cool to be scared like that and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he like, yo, you right, blah, blah, blah. And I liked it that moment. That was probably one of my favorite moments of the show, man, because it shows humility, and it just further, it's just further evidence that the character that plays Jukebox is a great actress, and she really portrays the character to a T. Marvin's supposed to pick up Kanan. He's not answering still because obviously he got arrested. So I knew she was going to call Symphony. So she winds up calling Symphony. He winds up picking up Kanan, which I saw coming. And he winds up getting him out of there. Jukebox stays behind. And her and Kanan having like another heart-to-heart. She was like, man, I love you. I love you too, man. And she stays. And then I believe Symphony takes him to Maryland. That's what it showed in the that's what it showed on the sign. Like they were going to Maryland. So yeah, man, Keenan. I don't know next season. Maybe he gonna be staying out there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Especially with the death of, or the shooting of Howard, that he's not really dead. Unique winds up going to the apartment. He's getting some stuff. He knows it's hot. He knows he's getting framed. He's trying to get the fuck up out of Dodge. He goes in the closet, he sees the jacket, and he see the blood on it. He like, what the fuck? And right then and there, he knew. He was just like, and the cops bust right in the door and fucking he laid him down. He was like, man, what'd he say? They was like, lay the fuck down. You shot a cop. He was like, man, I got 10 niggas that could vouch for me and say otherwise. Like, shut the fuck up, you piece. So they about to beat the shit out of Unique right now, man. And, man, sad to see a great character going on like that, man. He's supposed to go out in a blaze of glory. but they couldn't touch Unique. They actually could have. It was actually easy to touch Unique, surprisingly, but they could have got him another way. But Unique had all the safety measures. He had bulletproof cars. He had, you know what I mean? He stayed up in the top floor. This just that doorman could have got him knocked. But man, yeah, man. End of an era, man. I'm pretty sure Unique, he might get out of it depending on what Howard says. Howard might be like, no, it wasn't him. He might be like, I don't know who it was, but we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Howard finally wakes up in the hospital at the end, and his partner is trying to ask him who did it. Like, can you talk to me? Who did this? Who did this? And you just say like, he's trying to really talk his shit. And come to find out, man, they said I think he had to get a lung taken out, half a lung, or one of his lungs, his spleen, something else got to. He got a bunch of shit, but he ain't gonna be a cop no more. Pretty much, I doubt if he'd be on the streets. And then with his whole leukemia diagnosis, that was making it even harder for the surgery. So, man, he in bad shape, man. But hey, whatever. Anyway, so the season, the episode ends. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I think that's it. Episode ends with Rock overlooking the balcony, smoking her bogey, thinking she got away with everything, not knowing that Howard's still alive because she put her faith in Kanan. And Kanan is I told y'all from the jump, he's just a fuck up at this age. He's 15 years old. I don't even know how you get that responsibility to him. And they say Tasha's a bad mom. She's a horrible mom. Like, all these characters in Power are horrible moms. They got these sons killing and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Normally, when you're in a drug game, the job is to not have your kids in a drug game. And 9 times out of 10, they won't follow that because they like, all right, yo, I need some normalcy. And they'll go off to school or try to do some other shit. All these motherfuckers, though. And that's what Tariq was doing. But ultimately, he got pulled in, which is weird because he didn't never see nothing. He just happened to find out. But Ghost never brought the shit around him. And Ghost was trying to tell him, like, yo, you don't got to live like this. But Tariq just wanted to be Tariq. So, yeah. Oh, my bad. Okay. But yeah, she's overlooking. It got fucking 50 Cent commentating. And she just looking like, yeah, I got away with it, smoking her cigarette and shit. And it just ends. And I was just like, that's it? Ain't nothing else going to happen? So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll see something different with BMF. I'm going to check that out. But yeah, man, it was overall, though, great series, great season. Look forward to the second season. I believe we got the Tariq Power coming on next, Ghost. That's coming out next in a couple of weeks. But yeah, man, I really dug this series. I liked the characters. I thought all the acting was on point. So this is by far probably my favorite Power series aside from the original. We'll see what they do with Tommy. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like over the top and shit. But I thought this was well rounded. It was grounded. It stayed within its comforts of what it was, and then try to go nothing crazy. So we'll see what it is, man. Listen, it's just some thug shit. Everyday thug shit, man, with some fucking kingpins warring with each other. Post your comments below. Let me know what you thought about this. Did it meet your expectations? Were you disappointed? And as always, peace, love, and prosperity. One.